Good morning, and thank you for joining me today. This is my trove of goodies that I found up in the mountains on my recent vacation. I'll be sharing these on Etsy. After I finish sharing here with you, I will take the pictures, and then I will be putting these items in my Etsy shop over the next week. The information for my Etsy shop is down below. And my Etsy shop is Carol Martine Art, all one word, all lowercase. The first item that I wanted to share with you is this Fables written in Greg shorthand with shorthand penmanship pointers. This oldie is in lovely condition, and I thought this would work beautifully removing these pages because they have just two staples, and at the back some dark pages with lessons in practice for shorthand. So this will be coming. I also found these. I thought I would share. I took some for myself, and there are 15 library cards in here in various colors: blue, yellow, aqua green, and white. So this will be coming soonest. And this lovely piece of paper I could not resist, a handwritten letter from October 15th, 1863. Mr. Roberts, dear sir, and so forth. This is concerning payment for a mortgage. Look at that lovely handwriting. Most of the words have lowercase, very little punctuation, one or two spelling errors, but the point is there. It is just a lovely original letter from 1863. Here is a handful of checks from the Lynn Central Bank from 1860 whatever, and I will be sharing these pages with you. And then I found some books that just talk to me for the possibility of altering or using as collage fodder. This is Tiffany's Table Manners for Teenagers. The dust cover, as you can see, has had a little bit of misery, but it is not in terribly bad condition. Certainly workable for altering. This is from 1961. Good manners and so forth in the forward, and then the contents: soup, salad, dessert, in other words. But what tickled me were these beautiful ink sketches. So I could not resist this book because the price was right, and I will be able to keep the price right for you. Some of these are just delightful. All the pages are intact, and a picture of the chef at the end with some just lovely drawings in this book. Through my watching window, I wanted to see what it was about, and so I always check the condition of the cover, and the condition is just lovely. Wings and Other Nature Things by Jane Dillard Knight. It was obviously a gift to someone. This was from 1990 with many fine drawings about what one would expect to see in nature. Individual drawings, lovely shiny pages. the few illustrations that are in color are just wonderful. Look at that lovely, lovely illustration. And another here. Obviously a watercolor. Information about when various birds were seen. And so forth. Again, the price was so right that I thought you might enjoy having this to use as an altered book. Another lovely, beautiful, beautiful cover. If for nothing else, the cover is delightful. Kindred Spirits. Matte gold end papers. A friend may well be reckoned the masterpiece of nature, Ralph Waldo Emerson. This book belongs to Meditations on Family and Friends, paintings, edited. This book, 1995. And just look at the lovely places for you to add your own artwork, a Robert Frost poem. This book is just a treasure. So many places for you to add your art to this delightful, delightful book. Look at these. It almost looks like an illuminated manuscript, doesn't it? Halloween, I'm sorry, Christmas coming up on a gold, again, gold background. This paper was just too lovely to leave behind. It's just, well, this was going to be hard to put in my Etsy shop, but I'm going to be a good girl and do it. Such a lovely, lovely book. A Word to the Wives. Here, a nice size book, heavyweight paper, in good condition, by Dorothy and Mary Rogers, 1970. And lovely, lovely condition, heavyweight and fine weight paper. Would take your mixed media editions, or the block could be removed and you would have this wonderful wide spine and good, strong, and nice size book for altering. I decided from my last Trove to keep this one out, to do them separately, because as I really glanced through, I realized that this book is particularly lovely and should stand on its own. These, again, this was 1968, 1974. These are just lovely, lovely pieces of art on very nice heavy paper, and I believe these papers would take your media very nicely. So I've decided to keep this one because of the loveliness of the art, but the quality of the paper and the size also. The dust cover is a little bit, has seen a little bit of wear, but this book has great potential. Beginner's Guide to Painting Watercolors. I also decided to keep this one separate because this book would be just wonderful as a source for learning for you. This was from 1993, or as a source of collage. A just delightful book. So you can enjoy these bits as techniques for your watercolor learning, or for additions to your collage or reverse collage. Isn't this just a delightful book? Last but not least, I found something that I've been looking for, because I know that a lot of you are interested in my Rose Altered book, and I found this one. This book is a delight. The Rose by Anne Riley. And look at the condition and color, that beautiful rose color of the binding itself. The end papers, lovely. Complete loveliness throughout. So I have taken time to pick some things, and it is a, oopsie daisy, such a big book, I knocked my light flying. It is a sewn binding. So let's go to the next one. Here is an introductory section, and the pages for the introductory section, as you can see, have a different color than the pages for the book. And this is quite unique, a poem by Elizabeth Barrett Browning. But then the introduction to roses in general takes place and goes very deeply into the different aspects of roses, including rose in history, roses in art, literature, etc. Rose in medicine, legend, music, information about making rose syrup, rose water, attar of roses. Just a delightful rose water used in puddings, a recipe for pudding. Today's rose creators, and so forth. Lovely illustrations, wonderful for copying and using in your art projects. And then here we go with the actual rose images. It is almost impossible to describe what happened. I almost got weak in the knees when I found this, because I thought, oh, someone is just going to love to have this come in the mail. Rose hips. Another old roses. Aren't these just gorgeous? Rosa chinensis viridiflora. A rose that is just, and look at this one, shrub roses, floribundas, now just delightful. This book might be older than the one that I found and I'm working in, but I'm sorry that I didn't find this one first because of the variety of the size of the pictures, because this leaves so much area for either use in collage or reverse collage or altering. Oh, and look at this one. Is that not just delightful? I know I keep saying that over and over again, but that's just, this is just, the photos are delightful. And at the end of the book, a rose garden. Oh, look at these. And there is a house behind it, and a delightfully contemporary, not a mansion, is what I'm trying to say, behind this rose garden. Obviously much love in this one. So, this book is outsized, it is lovely, and it is very heavy. I was lucky enough to find this, and it was on sale, so the price will be right. However, I have to tell you, this is extremely heavy. So the shipping, even though it is going to come to continental United States as media, it's still, the shipping is going to be probably higher than you would expect, but please to believe me, this book puts my newer book to shame. It is heavy, and I believe that is in the quality of this cover, this board. This cover board is in itself very, but then it's not a brand new book. So these items will be coming to my shop. I do hope that you will enjoy having a browse at Carol Martine Art and Etsy. If you have enjoyed this share of my finds from the Georgia mountains, please give me a thumbs up, share with a friend, leave a comment, and I would appreciate your subscribing to my channel. See you with some art very soon. Bye now.